Hello everybody. So in this video I'll show you a pendant that I made, and this contains a very special kind of crystal that I made myself, and I'll show you how to build this and how the procedure is to make with these ingredients a special kind of crystal that doesn't occur naturally but is inspired by how, for example, with lapis lazuli that you see here, this is a compound of sodalite, pyrite and quartz that is formed over millions of years inside the Earth's crust. And I thought about it and was like, okay, how can I build some structure like this or some crystal like this myself with components that I personally like? So that's what I did. And I have cut open two of these pendants that you see here. And on the left one, you can see here, the structure looks a lot different than with this one. And it's the exact same mix that I filled in, but this one was exposed to a very strong magnetic field while it was hardening. And I probably can show you this even better on camera, so you can see the crystalline structure in here. And as you can see, it is quite brittle, while when it's not exposed to a magnetic field, it looks like this and is hard and has a lot of bubbles inside. And energetically, I prefer this one a lot compared to the other. This is because when I finish up this mix, it gets mixed with epoxy resin and it forms a thick paste. I will show you that later. And after I filled it inside this plastic cover, I just use this thing that I made. It contains two very large neodymium magnets, 3 centimeters in diameter, 2 centimeters high, and creates a very strong field in here. These both magnets are attracting to each other. And inside here we have a strong magnetic field where the pendant is placed inside when the epoxy resin is cured for 24 hours. And this is what creates this special structure within this mixture, which makes it really potent and a very powerful orgonite pendant, if you want to call it like that. So let's get started, and I'll just show you how to build the entire device. So the first thing that you have to do is to print out with a 3D printer. I have these ones in wood and these ones in copper color. Just print out the covers. It comes with two pieces and you have to print it with support material that has to be removed, as you can see here. And this is what the cover looks like when the support material is removed. So in here I will fill the mix and then close it off and put it inside the magnet array. So let's get started with the mix. I already prepared a little bit of epoxy resin. This is just 15 grams of epoxy resin. And here I have very fine quartz powder. This is quartz crystal, but just grind it down to very fine. Also here we have shungite powder. Shungite is a very potent crystal. I like it a lot. And the powder here, as you can see, is also really fine. And on the bottom here we have iron granulate that is also grinded down very fine. I think the biggest particles are 50 microns. So yeah, all of these powders are very fine, which is important for what we do. So hopefully I can just take this and fill it inside of the epoxy resin container. Yeah, my goal basically is to make a very thick paste. So you have to fill it in gradually, mix it well and fill in more to get this really thick paste. So let's add in the rest of it. So now I mixed everything together, and as you can see, this forms a really thick paste, and this is the consistency of the mix that you want. In terms of how much I added of everything, I take it by 4 parts, so each part by volume, not by mass, is equally the same. Quartz, shungite and iron powder, and also epoxy resin. And yeah, I had to do a lot of trials and error to get the mixture right, to where I was satisfied, like let them cool, cut them open and look at how the crystal forms. But this mix is what I call satisfying for me. So let's start off by filling some of it inside here, and I'll just show you how I do that. So this is what it looks like. It is important to not fully fill it up. So leave 1 millimeter of air inside there. This is also important, what I found out. There has to be a little air pocket inside of here, and that is to ensure that the crystal actually has some, as you can see here, some air gaps in between. If you fill it up fully, the crystal can't form properly. That is important. And after that, I just take this lid and close it off. It goes on a little stiff like this. Then when it's closed off, I'll just take it into this magnet holder, and as you see the slit right inside here, and I'll just push it inside here and let it cure for 24 hours like this. And when the mixture has hardened, I can just remove it from there, and this is how the pendant is finished. Also, I made these 2 pendants in 2 colors. I have more of them. I will also sell them in my shop, so the link to them will be in the video descriptions if you're interested. And if you want to build this yourself, or this was just an inspiration for you to create your own kind of crystal, this is how you do it. The pendants themselves are not magnetic, even though they contain iron and it's exposed to a magnetic field. I measured it with a Gauss meter. You can measure no magnetism around these pendants, but they still contain the structure of the magnetic field. So as you might know from my earlier videos, if you've watched them, you probably know that I'm kind of energy sensitive, and I can tell you these are real powerhouses. I really love them. I wear them myself for now, I think 2 months while I've been working on these, and I'm really satisfied with the result, and just wanted to share with you how to build them. So hopefully you enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, have a nice day and goodbye.